Alright guys, so let's heading into our next topic, and that is UFC Venom or Venom UFC pay structure. Okay, so as you might know, starting this April, the UFC and Venom will enter into a new agreement, and the previous agreement with the UFC and Reebok is coming to an end. And before we move on to what is coming up for Venom and UFC, let's have a quick look at the pay scale, the pay structure that the UFC has been paying out to the fighter in the previous year. And that is, if you're competing 1 to 5, which is fights within the UFC, you will receive $2,500. 6 to 10, you will receive $5,000. 11 to 15, which is $10,000. 16 to 20, $15,000, and 21 fights and above, you are going to receive $20,000. And as a title challenger, you are going to receive $30,000. And for a championship, if you are a champ competing, you are going to get $40,000. And that was the payout from the UFC through the Reebok sponsorship. And this was signed in 2016 for a 5-year, $70 million contract. And as we know, as of March 2021, which is next month, that contract is going to expire. And in April of 2021, UFC and Venum contract will kick in. And that is less than 2 months away. That is about 5 weeks away. And when I say 5 weeks, is that on April 10th, 2021 of this year, the UFC will hosting UFC Fight Night 188 or UFC Las Vegas 22 or 23. It has not been officially announced. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that the amount of the contract, the final figure amount between UFC and Venom, it was not made public. But for me as a fight fan, what I would like to see is that the fighter will have at least double the amount of what they receive from Reebok. I realize that Venom, they are a smaller company, but at the end of the day, the last 5 years, the UFC has made a lot of gain through their new partnership with ESPN Plus, and also their contract with Dubai. Of how each year Dubai and the UFC must host X amount of fight within Dubai, and according to sources, according to rumors, that contract each year is worth 9 figures. So I don't, and add in inflation from 5 years ago to what it is now. I think it's criminal of what the UFC and Reebok has been paying the fighter throughout the year, especially the last 5 years. And I would like to see that number at least double. At least double for the entry level from 2,500 to 5,000. But for a challenger, I would like to see that number not quite double, from 30 to at least $50,000 for a title challenger. And for a champ, as of right now, they are getting $40,000 to compete to defend their title against the top competition. For a champ, as for now, like I said, they're getting $40,000. I would like to see a champ get at least $100,000. That's what I believe. And if you guys are wondering where I am getting these numbers from, and I would like to answer that with one answer, and that is inflation. Inflation. Okay, I'm gonna answer with two words: inflation and Dubai. Dubai is my second answer to that. It's just the fact that these guys are, when I say these guys, I mean the UFC and Dana White and Endeavor They have signed like big, massive contract, like I said previously, nine figure throughout the years, and the fighters are putting their life on the line, like essentially their life on the line, their blood, sweat, and essentially tears. Like you can see these guys cry when they miss weight, when they didn't win. These guys are a competitor, and I want to believe that 100% believe that they are not being paid what I believe that they are worth. I mean, $2,500 in the biggest company, in the biggest fighting promotion, the biggest fighting company in the world. $2,500. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? And on top of that, Reebok, within their previous contract, they are a division of Adidas, and Adidas is a billion-dollar company as well. And they're paying these guys some $2,500. That is way, way, way too little. So, yeah, it's a shame. To me, I believe that that's a shame. I believe that, like, I still believe that 5,000 is too little. You know, I believe that 5,000 is still too little. But on top of that, I believe that the reason why my base is start off at $5,000. I realize as of right now we are in a pandemic, and the global economy is in a recession. So $5,000 a base. I would like to see this guy start off of at least like $10,000. You know, but let's say start with 5,000 and we can work our way up, but no less than 5,000. And I realized that the UFC, they are a private company. We don't exactly know how much they make per year. I would like to know how much money these guys are holding back from the UFC fighter through sponsorship. Okay, let's talk about sponsorship for one moment. Is there a chance? I realize as right now with the Reebok sponsorship that certain fighters, they are allowed to have an additional one sponsor. How about with Reebok? With Venum. Is there a chance that these fighters could have 2 or maybe 3? Let's say like for fight week and fight night, and like during the fight, and even pre and post fight interview, post fight scrum, or like post fight workout. Is there a chance that the UFC fighter could make some additional source of income through additional sponsorship? I would like to see that as well. I would 100% like to see that, because as of right now, I've noticed that doing like UFC Embedded or UFC Countdown, that the fighters and their coach in the gym, they are wearing an additional sponsorship. Let's say like oh my goodness, like Venum, or even like Monster. I've noticed that a lot of them are wearing Monster and Energy, and I believe that if the UFC could have an additional 2 or possibly 3 on pre-fight, post-fight, and fight week, but however, when it comes to like weigh-in and fight night, and have Venum as their main sponsor, as in additional income, I can see that doing well. Yeah. So I am looking forward to UFC Fight Night 188 in April 10th. I would like to see what kind of presentation through the UFC and Venum, what kind of stuff that Venum, what these guys are offering comparing to Reebok previously. Because you know what, 5 years of fucking like bullshit Reebok. Because you know what, they can't get the name right. I believe one of them is like Anson Aldo or Aldo Silva. Come on, man. During that time, Anderson Silva and Jose Aldo, They were the UFC champion, and you cannot get the championship's name right. Come on. Obviously, they didn't. Obvious. This is pretty obvious. They did not do their research. It is what it is. They did not do their research. Me personally, I was very disappointed, but I was kind of disappointed. But however, I wanted those jersey. I wanted the Jose Anderson. I wanted the Anderson Alvarez jersey, if I could, because I believe that is going to be. I believe that is going to be a collector's item. Unfortunately, I did not get the product. I did not have the opportunity. Like I tried, but it was pulled from sales because of both the UFC marketing team and also the backlash from the fighters and the fans saying that what the fuck you guys doing? You're getting the names wrong, and it was pulled from the shelf. It was pulled from the UFC and Reebok merchandising store before I could have an opportunity to make a purchase. So yeah, so that is my quick thought on the new partnership with UFC and Venum. And for pay scale, pay structure, I would like to see the UFC and Reebok would at least double the minimum that they are paying the fighters right now, and for title challenger at least 50, and for the champ at least 100. Okay, so I've been keep saying that for the last while. It seems like I'm just repeating myself. So that is my quick thought on the overall situation. And you guys, if you have not, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow.